Welcome to kcheebplays, Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. Let's get started. Ludmila asked Uliov to look at some changes she'd made for Odkriti perspective. She had a sullen look on her face and was genuinely concerned. Uliov took Ludmila's report and read the first paragraph. Expand, he said incredulously. You know that's not going to fly. Please, Uliov, read the rest of the report. My conclusion should become fairly obvious once you've read it all, she pleaded. Very well, I'll try to keep an open mind, Uliov conceded. He hummed and hawed as he read through the document, pausing a few times to flip back a few pages, nodding and then carrying on. He finished the last page, put the report back in the file folder, and said, You're right. This has to happen or there's no way we'll be a success in the rest and relaxation industry. I think you should present this to Kalinka and Christoph. You've done all the work and will be able to answer any questions they have. Even though I think they'll be pretty easy to persuade, your argument doesn't have any holes that I can see, he said proudly. I'll arrange a meeting with them as soon as possible. That sounds good to me, Uliov, Ludmila said. You know, this is not what I want, but it's a hard reality. Yes, it is, love, Uliov replied. Things may turn out for the better, though. A few days later, Ludmila was in a boardroom with Christoph, Kalinka, Uliov, and their CFO, Alina. She'd not expected to have to face her. She was a stern woman and seemed to take pleasure in asking the difficult questions. Ludmila did feel ready. She'd done her homework. Kalinka began. You've done an excellent job on the report, Ludmila. I'm not sure there's much to debate here. Christoph and I have gone over the numbers backwards and forwards. If we're to continue with this project, you've left little doubt as to how to proceed. Ludmila let out a small gasp at that last sentence, words she'd not wanted to hear. Christoph continued, Please relax, Ludmila. We're not here to grill you. We'll leave that to Alina, he said jokingly. Alina didn't appear amused, even though she had that smirk on her face. We understand the logistical and manpower issues you've outlined in your report, and there's no denying. But Alina has a question or two for you. Alina, if you will? I will, Alina said matter-of-factly. Ludmila, you've only projected an increase in return on investment of a year. Do you think that's realistic? Ludmila gulped and said, Based on the data I had access to and without having a commerce degree, I do. Alina retorted, I think you've underestimated by a factor of 4. You've done well based on the hard costs involved, but there's much you haven't taken into account. Alina went on for the next 10 minutes, tearing apart and putting back together Ludmila's argument. In the end, it looked closer to adding 5 years back to payback. Ludmila hung her head and said, I'm sorry for having wasted your time. I should have done a better job of it. She started to pack her things. Ludmila, Kalinka said, Please, take your things down the hall. I think you'll find an office there with your name on it. That is, if you want it. Ludmila and Uliov stood in front of her new office door, staring in wonder at the placard. Vice President of Entertainment. Hi, Cheeb here. Welcome back. Looks like things are kind of settling a little bit better in Nizhny Gorod. We've got people working, keeping the heat going. Enough people in the shop selling all the goods. Still haven't figured out why we're not seeing food delivered here. It's a mystery. Only thing I can think of is it's a mod issue. I'll have to look into that. It's not super important at this point in time. Yeah, we've got a fair amount of people working here now, which is good, but we've got no students. So that's an interesting situation. But it looks like we're dealing with things well enough. We've got a few people wanting access to some of this. We should see some growth over the next little while. Start getting some more of these buildings filled out. These, I think, are historical complaints and should basically be dropping off. So with that in mind, I'm going to go talk a little bit about everybody's favorite, the never-ending project. I think it's been something like 20 episodes or so. It's become quite clear that we're not going to be able to supply this area with workers. There's just no way to make that happen. The distance they have to travel by train is just, to be blunt, outrageous. And since I planned, you guys are taking some of the blame too. Since I planned it out, we've added some more industries, and it really has sucked up the remaining population here. So there really isn't much space other than trying to cram things in, which I'm really not particularly keen on doing. So that is what it is. And again, like I said, the distance that we'd be traveling is a long ways. So what I'm thinking is I kind of had a quick peek at some buildings here. I think this one, I can put about 4 of those down and just basically make a little area for workers up over here. Put a bus stop in to run people down. I mean, they'll be able to get to some of these places without too much of an issue by foot, which is fine. But to get everyone down into the middle and populate all the things that we need populated with workers, it's not going to happen. So I'm not going to plan that out now. The only real thing that's going to change in this is I'll be putting a bus station in here and then just reworking some of the footpaths here to get that sorted. So that is what it is, and I just came to the realization that there's just no way that that's going to happen. So it will happen at some point. I'm reasonably sure. I need to have a quick peek at all of our police stations. Even with 3 cars, we're doing pretty well. I don't think we're overloading. And I'm hoping we're getting, cleaned up for our crime percentages, and it certainly looks like we are. So I think I'm going to just let that run for a little while, just because it's going to take some time to bring it down. And I think I can say that. See, there's a 6% now with some confidence, because we're not. The only thing that I'm worried about backing up now is our prison system. So we'll just keep, as long as these downward trends keep happening, we'll just stay the course until this is stabilized at a reasonable number, and we'll go on from there. So with that said, we should probably have a quick peek at our prisons and see. Getting up there, but there is space. Most of the people are coming near the end, so I shouldn't say most, but there's a lot that are coming near the end of their sentences. So we're looking at a situation where we can manage that. I don't think I need to panic and freak out. Plus there's space here. Freak out and hastily build another prison. So it's all good. These numbers are good here, and like I said before, I'm braced for another large waves. The game seems to kind of throw those things at you, saying, "Oh, you're comfortable right now. Okay, well, can you handle this?" And then an influx of whatever the issue is you're facing at that point in time happens. So, all good. Pretty happy there. We're almost set up for getting the COs dealt with here. The key thing that I'm waiting for is a little bit more population up here so I can replace the shuttles. that are bringing in workers for our ground-based COs here. As soon as that stabilizes, then I think we can start shifting around, not shifting around, but implementing the second half of the plan where we're running workers from here down to here and also to our two platforms. So I think that'll be, it's going to be changing one of the lines and going that way. So yeah, so that's what that is. And let me see where we're at with, okay, yeah, we're into bridge construction mode. And I realized that after talking about crossing over somewhere in this range with a road bridge, I completely ignored what I said I was going to do and build another bridge up and over and down, even though it didn't necessarily call for it. So this will be a nice little open area in the middle, if you will, and we'll figure another way across. I'd really like to get, we've got some altitude and maybe taking advantage of this little piece right here. Wouldn't have minded coming from this side a little bit more, just to connect into this road here. We'll see what happens. So I think, yeah. So what I'm planning is to have more. I really quite enjoyed that metro build, even though it was a lot of it was underground. This one I'm planning to do primarily above ground. I don't know for sure if I'm going to go underground through here, but what I'm thinking is I end up connecting up here and maybe going through ground here to connect up with a metro that has a station probably here and here, and runs back and forth. So this station would feed that side, and this station would feed this side, and may end up having a connection between the two of them. Or I go here and here. That would make things a little easier. But going over ground versus having it underground. So even in the city, I think if you plan that out from the get-go, I think you can work your city around it and use the elevated rail, which is here available here. Move this out of the way so you can see what I'm talking about. So yeah, there's two types of elevated metro, actually 3 types. So those are definitely options. Probably in town these just for straight paths, and then the for citizens, and there's a couple of options for elevated metros. Probably go with a large. Maybe I just have one station. It's only 900 passengers. Maybe that's not such a good call, having one station. Yeah, and this has to be, yeah. So what that gives is the ability to, let me just quickly throw this in here. Do we have grids? We do. It's even somewhat lined up. I give myself a little bit of space there. I'm just going to try this because I haven't tried this. Yeah, and that might be okay. I have the 2 stations. Right about there, I think. And I think I'm going to need the bendy track. Yeah, could be a thing. And they'll be through. They'll be pick up here, drop off there, pick up here, drop off there. Looping around. Interesting. Interesting. So now how do we hook into here? Would have to upgrade these to metro lines. Otherwise, I can't do that. Oh, I thought I would be able to upgrade that. We got to replace them? Well, that's kind of... Okay, well, I'll come back to that. Let me check. I just need to feel comfortable with whatever's happening here. And I haven't checked messages for a bit. I'm loving seeing that number go up, though. Did we get fuel? Yeah, that was something that was at the end of the last episode that we were looking at. I'm guessing the 600 got pumped directly over here. Yeah. And is this full now? No, not really. But we do have 443 each in those two. So that means we can start shipping that around. Oh, and something else. Sorry, squirrel. And we got our COs ready to go. Are we good underground? Everything here? No, one pipe left. So that'll get built shortly. I realized as I was looking for my opening shot, what was going to happen, that we had an export of fuel here. Now, certainly they're not taking a whole lot, but I don't know that we should be exporting the fuel from this particular station to the custom house, because we're looking at that's happening with our ships. So it just doesn't make sense. Why would you do that? This would be more of a, in my mind, should be more of a distribution kind of a train. And instead of purchasing that other one, I probably should have just put this one off to the side. Not put this one off to the side. Implemented this one to deliver the fuel out. So I think for 122 tons of fuel, what I'm going to do... Sorry, I want to check and see what all I've got going here. Okay, so the oil, that's fine. Do your thing. And that's from Lalona to Trirov. Okay, yeah. Yeah, for sure. We need that one because that's where our plastics are getting made. So I think the situation here is I'm just going to send this one to the depot and be done with it. And there's going to be a need to put it back into circulation, if you will, once we get a little bit more expanded. Our next, the next couple of places that we're going to build, this city's going to need fuel. There's likely going to be a need for fuel down here as well. Not necessarily by train. We'll have one drop off somewhere in this area for it. And yeah, so all the little things you miss or forget, or I probably thought about it at one point once I got the ship stuff dealt with, so I just never revisited it. Okay, so I'm going to quickly run over what this whole area is, because it's been a while and we're finally ready for to see this get into action. So all the materials are brought in here because there was just no way to get a train in here to drop off to any of these places, or multiple trains. So my brain worked overtime and came up with this little scenario where we can drop off our fuel, bitumen, the gravel, the electrical components and mechanical components that we need, and then the rest of the steel prefabs, bricks, and boards. Those can be dropped off here. Then we have a grossly oversized distribution center that will take and pick up our materials here and drop them off over here. And you can see that we've got the gravel that gets dropped off here is trucked over to this, not trucked, but sent by cableway. Why is it when you need that one specific word, it leaves your brain? Delivered here. There we go. And then we have two helipads that can be used to pick up gravel. And then it's also trucked down so that our trucks can pick up gravel from here, as well as have gravel access for our asphalt and concrete plants. These helipads, these are the two construction offices. There'll be 3 helicopters each, so they'll always be a landing pad for the major resources that are used. Always, it doesn't matter. There's 6 helicopters here. 6 can land at any one of these. The lesser used, mechanical components, electronic components, not that big a deal and not used all that often. So what we're doing with that is, excuse me, just having the one pad. Then we're going to have a ton of helicopters for passengers. They'll be the fastest, largest ones that we can get, and they'll be picking people up from here that are delivered from this city and ferrying them out to this area to begin with, and also down to our mines in this area, and then ultimately out here for building our container area, and there's going to be another city over here. So that'll be a few episodes down the way before that all happens. We still got to get this all dealt with, and dealing with getting this stabilized. Although I'm reasonably comfortable that we're in a decent place with this now. Is it perfect yet? I don't know. We'll see. The percentages are not bad. Some of the newer settled buildings, the ones that didn't encounter some of the initial teething pains, they're doing well. These guys, the first ones that were had people move in, were definitely not super happy to begin with, but they'll recover here shortly once time goes on a little bit more. So that's all good stuff. I think we're well on our way, and we're now out of planning mode now with the snow. So I can probably get some delivery. I just want to check to see how much fuel we have. You're still sitting here with a little bit of fuel and a little bit of bitumen. Just trying to think of if we're in a position of being able to set these up. Actually, yeah, I do want to change that to be store this item, even though that's all that it's going to store. Yeah, and there's. Okay. I think the helipad is in here, that it doesn't need to be because it's fed by once I decided that I was going to keep this helipad here, ran a pipe in from here so that the helicopters could fuel up. So what do I need to do? I need to get 6 helicopters and assign them. What do we want to buy? Not looked at the US. Oh, there's the Sky Crane. 9 tons of steel and passengers, cargo only. So 9 tons of steel. Not used this helicopter. Doesn't seem like a lot in terms of the options we have here. Or so what's the 13. 305 kilometers. Then there's the good old 260, 300. That's not so bad. And that's 40 tons. That is just 280, 260. There's not much difference in speed. Excuse me. 305. And it's interesting that it's a cargo only. Huh. You can carry vehicles, but you can't? Is that what I'm seeing? The MI-26 can't carry vehicles. This one can certainly one. So that's making it more of a contender, even though I think it's a little bit of overkill. It does use a very, very large amount of fuel. And once again, I forgot to check to see what time it was. I think I'm roughly 10 to 15 minutes in, so I'm going to base it off of that. Or when we end this, hopefully we're in that hour range. This one can load vehicles as well, the MI-10 cargo. This one cannot. Okay. I like the capacity of this one, but the 19,000 kilowatt hours and 11,000. Got a huge difference in 8,200. Yeah, see, that's a big difference. Well, now I have to decide on a color. You think I'm indecisive about which helicopter to take? I'm gonna throw some colors at you here. Well, that's kind of cool. Interesting. We'll go with that. 13 tons is the max. Let me see how this works. 13 tons. Speed level 22. 6 tons, no problem. Give me a couple of those. Want a couple of excavators. And it's 11 tons, should be no problem. We want paver. At this point, I'm not sure that I'm going to go with a paver. I know that the roads that we're going to start building, we don't have pavement on them. So I think we're looking at tower cranes. 13 tons. It is. This weighs 7 tons. What was the speed level? Yeah. 57. 65. It's 9 tons. Am I ever going to have 95 people on my site? I doubt it. I really do. Get a couple of tower cranes. And we still got slots left, so. Okay, let's do some assignment. We're not going to be picking workers up, but we will be getting so this is the left one, so why don't I pick the left pad? There. For gravel, yeah, right. This for concrete. This for asphalt. And this one for the rest. Oh, and that one for mechanical components. Okay. Oh, and it's auto. I don't know if I want to do auto. Well, this will be a test run. They can start on the fence. That's this fence that goes around here. Yeah, turning off the auto. Doing that right now is a good call. It's the only thing left here to do. And I should turn off the auto on this one. And it is off. Okay, good. See, 3 helicopters, 3 landing spots. Good to go. little unison. And we'll see them fly away. Okay. Cool. They're in business. Are we going to be able to keep up? Yeah, well, we're definitely getting more fuel. Second one is... Our second shipment is in from this one, so that's cool. Something else we need to look at. Oh, message. Yes, missing resource. Hopefully at some point very, very soon we'll be good to go. Are we doing okay for mechanical components? Plastics, more than enough. Mechanical, yeah. Looks like that's working out quite well. Or at least the way that I want it to. Oh, cool. We got our road through. So, let me get this one road. I completely forgot about this one. Get rid of that road. And then connect this one up. And then we can get rid of our little temporary road there. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about this. It's just been there's been so many other things to deal with. This was one of the last things that I thought I needed to tackle while we were fighting criminals and the rest of that. So that's good. And our chemicals, how are we hanging here for chemicals? Not a problem. Good. Just trying to remember where else we were going. Oh, to our plastics, yes. It's here, 84.5, yeah, there's more than enough. And we got plastics till the cows come home. Cool. Another quick police check. Yeah, we're getting a few more cases there. That's all good. Certainly not out of control. Get some more of the baddies off the street. Good. 6%. 7. Nice. Yeah, we're definitely on the road to return to normal. Oh, courthouses are not overloaded. We're having people cycling through. One prisoner escaped. Yeah, we're not at the ideal ratio. Yeah, down under 4 for our percentage. And that's based on the number of wardens that we have per prisoner. But again, the sentences seem about appropriate. Our prisoners are leaving with 0% criminality, which is what you want. There's 8%, and they've got a year and a half left. So that's 15 times 3. They'll definitely be 0 by the time we get down there. So happy with that. Okay, back up here. Get he's waiting at this point. Just pretty full. Do we have any fuel down here? Not much. And I'm really gonna actually I'll leave it on for the time being, just so that I know that definitely have enough people working there. How many people? This is full. Enough. Nobody. Few. Yeah, definitely getting to some good numbers. And is anybody going to school yet? At least university. Oh, didn't turn the school on. Start there. Kindergarten's not so much. Well, we're getting babies now, so not something you see that early. That when you start freshly populating a city. Okay, decision time here now. Oh yeah, why don't I do that? Oops, wrong one. This one. To assign construction office into 7. It's going to be both of these. And I think actually while I'm at it, assign 8 will be people. Okay, so let's get you 1 and 8. When I say 1, I've got this menu hotkeyed to 1. So let's get some of these roads dealt with here. The main road. Oh, that is so hard to see. Let me get the roads dealt with first. Oh, my eyes. Can't get there, so that'll be ground. Can't reach that. And there we go. Not available. That one. Okay. Dealt with. We must be pretty quiet with our construction, rail construction. And I think we can assign this one now. Oh, that hurts the eyes. For my eyes, anyway. I thought I assigned you 8 to be out here. I did. Is there no gravel available? Is it a fuel thing? Oh, 7. Tummy. Okay, let's go back over here. Cancel all of this. Excitement. Good. 7. And assign. One more time. See if I can get a little better look at some of this. Oh boy. Okay. What is it Dennis says? Twice because we had so much fun the first time. Probably not exactly what he said. So nice we did it twice, I think is what he said. And you know what's going to be good to get started on? Would be at least one of these mines. Yeah, we're going with that. Okay. That'll keep them busy. All right. Now, let's see what I can do down here. Oh, we're blinding myself. Okay, so as I said, we're going to need to actually have people living on site here. I don't think there's really an option, in any way, shape, or form. It's just not going to be feasible to transport people in here. They're going to have a nice view. And then if I get my bus station, how do I want, let me put the bus station in first instead of trying to guess how much space I'm going to need. Or the bus station. No. There was one that was in out. This one. Yeah. Is that gonna work? I need it right there. Can I put it on the other side of the road with the same result? I think I like that a little bit better. Myself room back there for footpaths. And let's put a small end station. Just to go. Clinic, yes. Okay. End station. So they'll go down. Actually, it might make more sense to have this down at this end. If there was a reasonable spot to put it, which I don't know that there is. Having that right on the waterfront doesn't seem right. Having it right opposite of the inn for pickup seems right, but then it gets in the way of where I want to put the buildings. How important is that? I think it would be better on this side, but we're kind of encroaching if you're going to go with the aesthetic. Yeah. I think I've got about 15 or 20 minutes left. That could work right there, I think. Or is this better? It's not going to work at all, is it? So, yeah. Nope. Ah. I don't know that I really want to interfere with any of this stuff. Unless I did a road off of there. Maybe that's a better plan. Not loving this. I just feel like I'm cramming stuff in here now. I don't really want to do that. Because it really just needs to be within walking distance. And if I need to build any other amenities for the, yeah, I think that's a much better idea. Sorry, I didn't really speak in a full sentence there. Let me place the buildings. We'll go back to the original plan where I actually placed the buildings first. Leave enough room for footpaths. See, I do at some point finish my sentence. It's just never 100% sure when that's going to happen. But I placed one here. Okay, now I know I placed one. Okay, so finish my thought. I put a bus station right in here. Let's see. And my end station right here. I think that's going to be more than sufficient for getting them to this for work, as well as one thing I need to check: power. It's just out of range. Because we'll need fuel here, guaranteed. Doesn't make any sense not to have an end station and not have fuel. Okay. So hard to see. Run that like that. And let's see what kind of mess I can make out of this. Actually, looks pretty decent. So let me see how many I've placed, or how many people I'm planning for here. I'm gonna have to go have a quick peek at some other stuff right now. So that's 3. I was thinking 4 to 5. So I could put 2 right there. See how that. See how it looks. Not sold on it. Okay. As committed. Make it happen. Let's get that built. All this stuff built, please. Can't get that. Okay. And I just realized I should probably get this road, both of these roads going. We're going to be using gravel like it's going out of style. Seems like we're doing pretty well for workers here. Nice. Cool. We're getting workers in all of the buildings now. Well, I wouldn't say all, most. And what's our unemployment look like here? Okay. We're having lots of people. Yes, we are. So let me just pause this and think about it for a moment. What I need to look at is how we're going to get people down to both the pickup spots. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start with the line that's here. And I'm going to switch that over from going from there. You're going to go there. There. And then Provenjema. This one can go away. And then after Provenjema, I want you to go there. We're picking up. At this point, I don't know that I want to pick up smart people. And here we can unload everyone. Do I have, yeah, we've got fuel there. Okay, so there's the first cut over. This is the bus stop or the pickup point for this construction office. Okay, going to town on our roads. We do a little bit of scouting. Okay, so yeah. It'd be nice to be able to use features, the natural features, quote unquote natural features in a video game. But that's not always a possibility. Thinking if we bring the rest of this road up through here, I need to redo that bit track too, just while I'm here, getting reminded about those things. I think there's a way I can manage that. Don't really want to build a tunnel through. Don't think that makes any kind of sense whatsoever, especially given the way that this road is pointed in that direction. Not that it's going to be a very highly traveled road, but if we bring the double road down and then just tee off on a single through here, then I think that's it's more than sufficient. Wonder, am I going to be able to see this? Oh, I might. I think those were just dirt roads that I left there. And I should turn the snap on. Just going to run this as far as I can, so that we can hook in here somewhere. It's going to bug me. Okay. Come straight down this way, which means my snap has to come off. Is that going to be high enough? Question. Don't know that it is. really only about, well, 10 meters might be. Let's see. Hopefully I have... What am I doing here? Right from this level here. Build that out. Flatten it out. And then go across to here. I'm guessing this is going to be a no bueno situation. Yeah, needs to be higher. Excuse me. I don't think there's 24 meters between pillars. 27, wooden bridge. 57. I don't mind this one either, but I just don't think that's it's just not high enough. That's the problem. Yeah, you can see that that's definitely not high enough. Wonder how much higher I need to go. There's the next level, and that's not going to be... Bring that a little further and maybe slope it. See, because I'd really like to use this bridge if I could. Oh, it's going to let me. Next question is, how does it look? Looks just fine, honestly. Pillars on both sides. How can I smooth this out? That's the next question. Not a huge fan of the way the road gets smoothed by taking the road down. Let me have a little side view at this and see. It looks a little abrupt there. Well, we can take a chance and try it. See how it... Oh, doesn't even want to... does it look? Yeah, not so much. No. Not sure what other options we have for smoothing. Bring this back. Would take away the... Just moves the abrupt drop back further is really what it does. No. Oh, I'm gonna fiddle fart with this for who knows how long. Okay. Gotta zoom right in on this because I can't see anything. I wonder if I level from here, that's gonna do. Yeah. I don't know. Oh, that definitely looks better. Okay. I think I got my access point now. Let's go have a quick peek at some of the other goings on here. Make sure everybody's doing okay. Yeah, numbers are coming up. If I remember correctly, they were high 60s or maybe mid 60s. How's our police doing? people working here? We do. Good. Good. So that route's working. How many more people are waiting at the bus stop? Yeah, we've definitely got a bunch waiting. These are 40 people at a time, which I should check. It's these ones that I was going to use to do the transfer. Yeah, the 40 ones. Make sure I know which line we're talking about here. Yeah, it was those two I was thinking about. Gels. And they take 55 at a time. Let's get them started. Yeah, these are the SKDs. Probably overkill for that line, but it is what it is. Okay. Let me try something. I'm just going to take one of these little trucks, because they can take food, 1.1 tons. Move you over here. And then I'm going to say, go here, pick up food, and go there and drop off food. I just want to see what happens with this, because there should be no issue. Load food. And then unload food. Start. Okay. That'll be the last thing. I'm just going to go back and check on... Yeah, he's definitely going. Here we go. How are things looking over here? Looking pretty peaceful. Thing out of control. Into 6% there. 6%. 7. Yeah, just give them another year or so, and we should be pretty much back to happy state. How is our... Yeah, our happiness is gone well up again, except for up in here. A couple of crimes not dealt with. Interesting. Wonder why that would be. Could be some of the historical information that's been left. Yeah. 160. 161. Courts, no big deal. Handling it. Okay. How many people working here? 179 and 162. Do we have food? Yeah, we've got it. Yeah, good. Good. And I did implement this. This is, that's Denega's supply. We're in January. We have plenty of materials there, food. And it looks like we're doing okay for workers. Not, I mean, the two together are definitely more than the one on its own. So that's nice to see. Proofs in the pudding in terms of how much food we're getting here. So it's nice. Our happiness is staying up. We should also be able to keep food here, so our emergency measures can be cleared off. I'm not going... Oh, I know. Ah. We're going to run out of boards here soon, unless I get some trees planted post-haste. Yep. The thing. I'm not necessarily going to say this is my least favorite, but it certainly isn't my most favorite thing to do in this game. I'm sure most people are of the same opinion. I don't mind doing it from a decoration perspective, but for industry, there's got to be a way to automate that. You would think, anyway. Okay. Moving right along. Everything's happy here, I believe. Did I not assign? No fuel. Oh my lord. We've run out. Wait. Why is there no fuel here? Oh, ha, here. Yeah. Ah. What are we looking for materials? Gravel and boards. And it's been made a high priority. That's bogus. I assumed that was done. Not so much. Stop delivering here? Or who did I set up here? Oh. Yeah, the buses. We don't need the buses to come here. Actually, I should probably remove the buses from this. Okay, that makes more sense to me now. I'm going to try it. Uliki. Oh, I see they're building from the other side. This is a little baffling. Sorry, I'm just going to take a couple minutes to do a quick troubleshoot on this. We got the concrete, but we need gravel and boards. Is there anybody on their way? Probably now. Now that I picked the right ones, boards and gravel. Okay. Okay. That's good. And now I have to remember what I was working on before that I wanted to come back and check on. Oh yeah, I wanted to see if we got food here. We do. So guests wouldn't come until there was food here. Interesting. Okay, well, we're making progress. Getting a little bit more planned out. Got my bridge in over here. The road that we're going to tie in. The major highway down is happening. And we're pretty much, well, I wouldn't say done, but we're making some good progress up here. We got our the other helicopters. Once I get them fuel working where we need them to work. And I'm going to just say goodbye right here so that I remember to check and make sure what's happening. Heating problem. Deal with it. Okay. Anyway, thank you very much for hanging with me again today. Appreciate the time you give me, and we'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.